Hey Brandon, just looking at your file here. Let's see. So you kind of done a different configuration with your logo, which is actually quite interesting. I like that. I like how you chop the B out of there. I would say when you push W on your keyboard, you can see your bleed line around here. So let's actually bring this out to the bleed line. And I would say taking off the stroke is probably a good idea. So if we go over here and click on this, this is the stroke or the line around the box here. We can actually apply none and take that off. The back looks pretty rough. I think you could do maybe Command X or Control on a Windows, I believe, and then go to click on page 2 and Command B or Control B. And you could put this like maybe here and this here. And maybe put a background color in here too, like maybe like a light orange or something. Definitely make it to the bleed lines or past and take the the stroke off. But I mean, I can double click here and do like a custom orange color maybe or something, or kind of a rusty orange is what I've ended up with. But you can take your time a little bit more. In the properties panel under quick actions at the bottom, we can go send to back. And so this file here looks like it has a little white background on it. We could just crop off and maybe just extend the white background. And we can also put a white background in the fill color here to make it, you know, go to where the edge of our box is. We could have it like that. And if we use the white arrow tool, we can actually move this file around inside the box that we have it in. And maybe something like that would look good. I would say like maybe, actually, this is actually a nicer file maybe. Command C. You probably did an image trace out of Illustrator. You know, we could put this here. Maybe you might want to use like a black box here, and you could just kind of, I think on your rough draft anyway, or on your thumbnails. So let's take the stroke off. For some reason this always keeps on putting a stroke on everything, but we definitely want to bring it past the bleed line or to it at least. So pushing W on the keyboard, making sure. Grab this and we'll do an arrange, bring to front. And we could even kind of like make it look like it's supposed to be there. Maybe move this over. You know, you could even add more stripes to this. Like if you wanted to, you could add in some other colors that you like that, you know, I don't know. It's kind of up to you, but you can do send backward just to get it below this thing. And, you know, this could be centered in here maybe. We could maybe change the font. I mean, Minion Pro is kind of boring. Maybe trying to go with maybe like just a more interesting text. I don't know. Maybe something that looks good with your logo too, though. And then we could delete this and you could just make this like kind of, I don't know, the main thing on the front page. And I would say let's use the free transform tool, push shift on the keyboard, drag out from the corners, and yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we can use the arrow tools to kind of center it nicely. I almost wonder if this black couldn't be white. I mean, we could push shift on the keyboard and try and get all of these things selected. Might take a little while doing it this way, but it is possible to get it all done. And then, you know, just go to the fill and make everything white. So that's going to pop off way better than if it's black on red. White on red is going to pop off a lot better. How big is this font? 10 point. You could probably maybe go bigger than that. Also, bringing in some sort of icon, social media icon is a good idea. You do it much the same way, you know, do a file place into Illustrator. And then you would, you know, do the image trace from the properties panel. We've done that quite a few times, so hopefully you know that process. And then you would copy it, Command C or Control C on a PC. And then you go into InDesign and do Command V, which it looks like you've done that with this. You did lose some of the interior of this feather, and it might be because it's not completely closed. So when you deleted the background, it probably just deleted the interior of the feather. And this is open too right here. So it probably deleted the interior of this. And that's probably why you're missing that. It still looks pretty good though. And if you wanted it to match, you could always just delete the all of it, all the white out for the most part. Just so that it looks like you're doing that on purpose. So, you know, just pushing delete on the keyboard using the white arrow tool, getting those shapes, and then just pushing delete on the keyboard, possibly more than once, can work to help that. Or you can just convert all those white to, you know, maybe some of them might look good black, like this one might look good black. So it's kind of up to you to decide what you end up doing with that. But, you know, you can make it look intentional by deleting all of it out. Or leaving it. It does look kind of like this should be white though when this one's white. So anyway, other than that, I would look over the project worksheet just one more time just to make sure you have all the information on here that I'm wanting you to have on here. But I think the design is, you know, there's something to work with here. You just need to kind of refine it a little bit more. Maybe add a little bit more, change your font, change this to white, add a background color here, and maybe some more decorative details. And if you use this decorative detail, like such as these stripes, I mean, you could bring them onto the front cover as well, and add those in. This is the same color red, so maybe you would use a different color. I don't like that blue, but you know, you could find a color that matches the color scheme that you want to go with. So I don't know. I'm not sure what colors you would use, but you could potentially do that and see what it looks like. It might not look that good. It just kind of depends, but it might help them to match a little bit more if you use some of the same designs on the back as you do on the front. But yeah, other than that, I think this is looking pretty good. You did do your file package correctly, I believe. You've got the fonts and the links in there, and you made a PDF, which is great. So yeah, that's basically the feedback that I have for you, and hopefully that's going to help you out. All right, talk to you later.